Hello, people. It is I, Brandon Starseed. I am back. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've been making videos. I had a birthday, and then like Mother's Day was happening, and then like uh, an anniversary for me and my wife was happening. There's just a lot of things happening, I guess. So, yeah, sorry. Um, I got busy. Everything's kind of been crazy busy, but that's okay. It's normal for this time of year. Like I get into this like kind of trying to create a pattern that I'll be able to work with for like the summer or whatever. Um, I don't know. It gets weird. Either way, I'm here. Um, Hope everyone is doing well. May is almost over, and soon it will be June, and that's cool, I guess. Yeah. So what I did want to talk about today is dreams. I talk about dreams a lot, and the reason is because I think, they can unlock all sorts of information. So what I've learned with myself, at least, is that if I try to make a point in actually writing down my dream, and for me, I just start typing it in my phone. I don't write anymore. I used to try to write them, but I don't know. I would like my eyes would get blurry and I couldn't write properly. Surprisingly, I can type it quicker. So when I wake up, I start typing if I have a memory of a dream, and even if I only remember like a piece of it, I could just start typing that up, and I'll find that more of the dream will come through as I like type it. So yeah, so it's been helping because a lot of the pieces of the dreams that I've been having are about all sorts of like past lives, and they crisscross with a lot of different people that I know in this life and that I've known in other lives as well. And it's kind of helped me like understand myself more, I guess, if that makes sense. Sounds weird, but I guess to just kind of be at peace with the way things are with a lot of like relationships with people, to understand why they are how they are, by seeing kind of what happened in past lives and how things became what they are now, if that makes any sense. I think the thing is, human lifespan is so short that the soul can't really make the kind of growth and lessons and all that kind of stuff that it truly is looking for in just one life. I think that's what always leads me back to reincarnation, is like it just has to be, because I remember past lives. I think a lot of people deep down inside they do as well. And I think that often some of the themes and patterns that happen in other lives are going to play out in the current one. So it's good to understand that and maybe decide whether or not you want to play the same, pattern that felt comfortable because it's the same one, or whether you want to like throw it out and like try something completely different. Because sometimes it's good to like understand where a pattern is where it is, and sometimes the patterns don't need to be changed. You understand why they are what they are, and it's like, okay, you know what, leave it, because trying to change it could make something decent bad. I don't know how to explain that. I think it has more to do with like family patterns, that sometimes you're just going to have certain patterns with family members and you just have to accept that that's how that is. Like, I wish there was an easier way around that, but I mean, I think that's the bigger truth, is that understanding that some things just aren't going to be different in this life. They're going to be very much the same as they were in other lives, maybe. And maybe that's good. Maybe that's not good. Maybe it's irrelevant on whether it's good or not good. Maybe good and not good are irrelevant in this context. You know? Yeah. Point about dreams, though, is that you'll end up getting a lot of information about yourself if you try to do that. And if you can learn to actually be, I don't know, aware when you're in your dreams, so that you could start controlling the dream, or at least controlling how you remember the dream, you'll find, I think, more ability to get depth, where you find yourself in a dream where you realize it's a past life, and you start being more like you're in the control of it, where you can decide, I want to find out more about this or whatever, so you dive down into something and try to find more information, I don't know if that makes sense either, but yeah. So dreams are important, though. That's the point, is that don't just ignore them. Even the most trivial and strange dreams that don't seem like they have logic, they're actually still part of a bigger puzzle. It's like, it is like a puzzle that, they might not be like the corner piece or like one of the edges, but every dream you have is like part of it, somehow. Yeah. So pay more attention to dreams. Try to be like willing in your mind to accept the fact that there's meaning to the dreams, and it kind of gives you permission to try to like catch them when you have them, I guess. Yeah. But you do have to kind of pay more attention to them and try to give yourself the time in the morning when you first wake up to somehow write them or type them or speak them into a phone, whatever, just to get them. You'll be surprised that if you're either typing it, writing it, or speaking it, even just telling someone the dream, you'll remember more if you get in the habit of doing that. So that's like, I think the bigger one is just, try to get in the habit of doing that. Don't just ignore the whole dream thing, because that's what I'm focusing more on when I can. So yeah, I think overall the bigger thing is that past lives and this life are getting more like mergy. Like, the energies from one life are bleeding into this life. The energy from this life are bleeding into the other lives. It's harder to tell, like, if your feelings about a certain situation are because of this situation or because of a past life that had the same kind of situation. So it's like there's this weird little, like, current there where there really isn't a cause and effect. Like, this didn't cause this. Like, if you don't trust a person and you feel like maybe in a past life they did something to you that you didn't trust, maybe, but maybe in that life you didn't trust them as well, because in the future it's like a loop, like, even if you knew that they were going to do something, and even if you didn't trust them, like, somehow you still knew. I don't know, like, the future and the past are just kind of looped in a weird way where knowing something in the future sends the information to the past, so that's the thing with the dreams, that if you get in the habit of knowing that you're going to be in the habit of writing them down or speaking them or recording them or whatever every morning, if you make that a mental thing and you start doing that, your brain will expect it. It'll start to create the environment where the dreams will happen to fill the void of what you're expecting, but you have to kind of have, I guess overall it's like anything in life, you have to have some level of like faith, I guess, just like blind faith or faith in general, and that's kind of like the important, like, key ingredient or whatever, like, secret thing that makes the whole thing work. Whether it's faith in yourself or faith in some process or faith in whatever. I think it matters to have faith in something, whatever it is. Something, though. I know this is kind of a weird, off-topic one. There's some people playing music over here. It's nice. Cloudy today. It's nice and peaceful. There's, trees and such. Here, we'll do like a little 360 camera here. Whee! There we go. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of peaceful today. Yeah. Alright. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Don't ignore your dreams. Try to get in the habit of thinking that whatever dreams you're having, they might make sense and they might matter. So try to write them down. And, and maybe listen to other people talk about their dreams. Maybe you'll find a lot of similarities. So, yeah, dreams. Good stuff. All right. Farewell, peoples. Enjoy.